Hey, what is up, everybody? It is the True Epic Gamer here. Guys, let's just slow down for a bit and talk about COD 2020. Still yet to be revealed, still yet to even be official, I guess you could say. They've said nothing, shown nothing. However, Modern Warfare, this season is about to end. I believe August 5th is when Season 5 will begin. And we've had a couple of teasers for that. Supposedly trains should be coming, the nuke is supposed to go off, things of that nature. And as well, as you guys know, previously it was leaked that COD 2020, or Black Ops, or Cold War, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be revealed somehow or another inside of Warzone. I do think that is extremely likely. Warzone is the biggest thing in Call of Duty right now, most popular thing, most well-known thing. And it will be for quite some time, especially considering they're going to keep it going into the next Call of Duty. Also, there is a PlayStation event. I don't remember the exact date, but it is very close, if not the same day as Season 5 starts. So it would make a ton of sense if they had some sort of reveal trailer at that PlayStation event, as well as whatever they're going to add to Warzone with the Season 5 update. But I don't really want to talk too much about the reveal today, just because everybody knows it's total speculation. They could totally still delay it. I really doubt it, but I mean, that's still always a possibility. What I really wanted to talk about today was the state of Call of Duty 2020 and what it needs to do. So Modern Warfare, being the massive financial success that it was, and not by any means was it a failure to the fans either. Some of you out there absolutely hate Modern Warfare, some of you absolutely love it. I believe it could have been one of the best Call of Duties ever. I still think it's a very good Call of Duty, but I think that the main thing that didn't ruin it for me, don't get me wrong, I still play it and still love the game, but one thing that really soured the game for me was the skill-based matchmaking. To me, guys, that doesn't really help anyone, and it kind of just ruins both sides of the spectrum. If you're a really good player, you have no choice but to try as hard as you possibly can 24 hours of the day and still possibly just lose constantly, because you're going against people of an equal skill level to you. Obviously it's not exact, but it's clearly much stronger in this game than the majority of Call of Duties. I can tell you right now, I would drop nukes left and right in old Call of Duties. In this one, have I dropped some? Yes. Very few? Yes. It is much harder to do in this game, unless you're going to be like some of those other YouTubers out there and just go in 1,000 matches and let yourself die 4,000 times just so you can get gameplay for a nuke. But that's just, guys, that's just a total waste of time. Completely pointless. I think skill-based matchmaking to a certain extent is fine, but to this extent it's ridiculous. Because let's just say you're a terrible player, right? And their idea is that if you're a terrible player, you're going to go in, you're not going to have to face the people who've been playing it for 10 years like myself. You're not going to have to just get against sweaty tryhards every time, but the reality of it is, it's going to feel like you are, because you're never going to improve. Even if you are getting better, it's not going to feel like it, because as you get better, so do your enemies. It constantly evolves to make it harder and harder as you go along. So in reality, all you're doing is pushing away new players, because they're going to try their best. They're going to sit there and try to get better, and whenever they can't get a kill streak or they can't get this or that, they're going to just continuously try, and eventually they're just going to give up, because no matter how hard they try, they don't feel like they're making any improvement, because all it does is increase their skill-based matchmaking. They go against harder players, and so on and so forth. And not only that, guys, let's just say they were to leave it in multiplayer. Why would skill-based matchmaking be in a battle royale? It makes literally no sense. The point of a battle royale is you have 100 players, 150 players, how many, doesn't matter, drop into a zone, and the best of those players win. Is that always how it goes? No. Sometimes you got campers, sometimes you got this, that, and the other. But in the ideal situation, in the perfect world, the best player comes out on top. That is the point of a battle royale. However, that being said, the point is that all the bad players, if you're bad, you don't make it as far. You learn, you improve, you make it further next time, further next time, further next time. But let's just say you've gotten as good as you can possibly get. You're going to do nothing but lose the majority of time because every player in the lobby is on that same skill level as you, and they want it, and they've tried just as hard as you to get that W. So therefore, it's going to still be extremely hard no matter how good you get. To a certain extent, I do think that this should be here. I think that skill-based matchmaking can be okay when it is implemented correctly, and I also think that skill-based matchmaking belongs in a ranked play game mode, which we still don't have, by the way. I'm not sure why that doesn't launch with every Call of Duty. All we have is a CDL playlist, which is completely pointless. I mean, you're literally just playing the game modes that the pros play with just regular public lobbies, which I guess the skill-based matchmaking in this game is rough enough that it's basically the same thing, but that's beside the point. They can have a ranked playlist and have skill-based matchmaking in there. That is the point of a ranked playlist. But instead, we have no ranked playlist. Skill-based matchmaking, you have to sweat your hardest to ever accomplish anything in the game constantly, 24 hours of the day, and it sucks, guys. That's one thing that I truly think, no matter how underdeveloped or rushed this Black Ops game is, if it feels like Call of Duty, if it is built even slightly good, and they say, hey guys, we're going to work on the skill-based matchmaking, bam. They've already got everybody's attention, and they've already done something to massively improve people's time on the game. I think everyone in the world would have a much better time if they reduced the skill-based matchmaking. I mean, think about Call of Duty back in the day, guys. Everyone wanted to get on during Christmas time so you could slay the Christmas noobs. You would have a ton of rookies in there. You're just slaughtering people left and right. It was a ton of fun. You didn't always have to just sit there, crouch, walk corners, go around with a freaking Olympia fire shot rounds. I mean, you didn't have to do that constantly. You could actually have fun and run around, run and gun, drop nukes here and there, get a bunch of kill streaks. It was fun, guys. You felt like you were truly good at the game because you were. Like, the reality of it is, if you are a good player, you can still pop off here and there, but everybody in your lobby is a good player. That's not how it's supposed to be, guys. That defeats the purpose of trying to improve. I'm going to get off that subject because I know I've been talking about it for a hot minute here. And the other thing that I want to talk about that I think this Call of Duty really dropped the ball on was the level up system. This is the worst ever. If it isn't broke, don't fix it, guys. Call of Duty had an amazing leveling system. Tons of other games copied it. Prestiging made Call of Duty. That is something that is an icon in the Call of Duty franchise. Prestiging needs to be here. So let me get this straight, guys. What they want to do is bring people back in to do their seasonal challenges and do their 155 levels again, when in reality, we would have stayed on and kept playing constantly if you would just let us continue to level up. Whenever they added the 1,000 levels after Prestige Master, that was a good improvement because all it did was add upon something that was already good. Some people didn't like that too much, but the reality is it just gave you something to do once you hit max level. And hitting max level took a much longer time. In here, you hit level 155 like it's nothing. The majority of people do it a week after the season starts, and then they've got nothing but multiple months of just useless waste of time. You can't even level up. Warzone should have had its own leveling system as well. That's another complaint I have. Blackout had its own leveling system. I truly enjoyed that. It took a long time to get to, I believe it was level 80. It took a really long time, and it gave you an incentive to play Blackout, whereas Warzone just connects to your same multiplayer levels that you already finished in the first week, and you have nothing to do, and you just sit there and you wait until the next season starts. And then when it starts, you just finish those instantly, and you're just stuck in the same debacle. That one, I would say I've got a good 80% chance in my mind that's the possibility of the level up system returning, because I don't know anybody who liked these seasonal levels. When it comes to the skill-based matchmaking, I'm not as hopeful, but I do think they listen. I think the reality of it is that Activision I think they just think that it helps. I think they think that it keeps the noobs playing. I personally don't think so, but they could have better stats than me, obviously. Obviously, they can see everything, and if they've got something that's pointing towards them keeping more new players, gaining more new players, and gaining more money, then Activision is never going to care whether we like skill-based matchmaking or not. That's the unfortunate side of things, but we've all got to come to that conclusion. We've all got to get over it. All we can do is keep telling them. Hope they improve it. Hopefully we have a ranked play right off the bat on Black Ops. Hopefully we have a prestige leveling system similar to the old games. Another thing I'm not going to touch on a lot, but I want the old attachments back so that way there's not 12,000 attachments to pick from, as well as the skill-based matchmaking has got to go. And as always, peace.